You know what I'm thankful for, Sean?
What's that?
That they don't have any stupid trick bets tonight on odds boost. At least none that I saw today on DraftKings.
Well, they do have some, but not for baseball.
Don't tell me about them, right? I don't want to know.
I actually like
unless
one
they're
of them.
unless they're like a 20% bonus. Outside of that, I'm not interested.
I actually like one of them. We'll get into it when we get to that game.
When we get to that game, all right. So tonight we have a couple different things on the board. We have the NFL, right? Mm-hmm. So you have the Rams versus the Seahawks. Well, you did hit on your under yesterday. My only bet was that stupid no run in the first inning, and of course the Scherzer throws a wild pitch, and they score on that. But he would have probably scored on the next one anyway when they had he not on a sack fly. But oh well, what are you going to do, right?
Yeah, is it just me? I mean, we'll see in these playoffs, but these shutdown pitchers are not shutdown pitchers right now. Like everybody seems to be hittable and not pitching with their best stuff.
That really was not hittable. I mean, the guy gave up one run. I don't know what you're talking about. Shut that.
Well, who would have thought he would have been out after 5 innings?
He didn't think he was going to be out either. Did you see the video?
Yeah, I did see that.
So I'm not. Hey, I'm gonna shake your hand, but I ain't coming out of this game. Manager's like, no, you're going to give me the ball, David Roberts, right? So that was definitely a funny scene last night in Los Angeles with Scherzer. But I guess in the end, you can't argue when you win, right? If they had lost, then Scherzer probably would have been smoking hot at David Roberts. But since they won, not much to be a little bit, not much to get upset about there, right?
Right.
All right, so tonight, NFL football. Let's start with the Rams versus the Seahawks. The Rams right now are the 2-point favorite, it looks like to me, right? Is that about right?
2.5.
Yeah, I see 2.5 favorite. Let's see. Today, I got to run through too many things here. So Thursday, why do we have? Oh, get basketball, football, all kinds of.
It's down to 2.
Got all sorts of. Where the hell is the NFL on here today? Let's see. Where is it? Should be up top. Oh, there it is. It is up top. It's going to say, what the heck? I'm going through like Zimbabwe, African soccer qualifying for the World Cup, Middle Eastern, Central Europe. Like, where in the hell is the NFL? There it is. Yeah. So you can get the Rams -2, or you could take the Seahawks +2.5. Sean, any idea what you want to do with either one of those?
Yeah, I like the Rams giving up 2, and I'm making that official. I like it pretty well. Rams were exposed a little bit by Arizona, but Arizona is a really good team, so I'm not too concerned about that. Seattle has a tough time protecting Wilson, and I think the Rams are going to be able to take advantage of that. I think this is a good rebound game. I like Seattle last week in San Fran to win, but they weren't going to win that game, or it was going to be real close till Garoppolo left, and then they took control of it. So I think it's going to be overreaction again that Seattle did so well last week and the Rams did so bad. The Rams are the better team and should win this game.
I don't think it's an overreaction at all. This line is spot on. As a matter of fact, it's perfect. The Rams should win, and it should be a close game. And it's within like 1/10 of a point, according to the power ranking system that I use.
I'm not saying the line's off. I'm saying what I've seen. It's probably, I don't know what you have there in bets, but it's probably more 50-50 on what people are going to take. I think the Rams are the better bet here, giving up 2.
So the Rams the money is backing the Rams, 68% of the money, 74% of the tickets. So that means the so-called smart money is leaning a little bit towards the Rams.
Yeah.
No, towards Seattle.
Towards Seattle. Okay.
But that doesn't mean anything. I just think it's a close game. It's going to be way, way, way too close for me to get involved. But I mean, you're involved, so that's good. I hope the Rams do win. I expect they should win. It's the simulator forecasts a Rams W, whereas it's not by a lot. I think it could come down literally to a last-second field goal, one way or the other. And with that in mind, I can't get on board. The total here is as low as 53, as high as 54. What do you think about the total, Sean?
Thursdays are tough. I'd almost lean the under here just because I really feel like Seattle's going to have a tough time protecting Wilson here. They like to do those deep passes to Lockett and stuff. I just don't know if they're going to have the time for that. I will say, though, and you brought this up the other week, and last week proves your point there, the Rams defense is not what it was supposed to be so far.
No.
And
I think they're overly susceptible to the past, which is odd considering they've got Jalen Ramsey a shutdown corner, but apparently nobody else can play defense on the other side of the ball. So on the other side of the secondary. So I feel like Russell Wilson could have a big day because you got to pick your poison.
Yeah, they got to protect him though. And they have trouble protecting him. So and he's going to have to do what he normally does and some Houdini stuff. If he does that and escapes, then they have a shot. But
isn't he like just a little slower, more experienced version of Kyle Murray?
Yeah, pretty much.
So I think you're going to see a lot of what you saw last week. I think you're going to see a ton of points in this game. I'm going to take 53, and I'm going to go over that, Sean. I feel like they're going to go. I think they're probably. I wouldn't be surprised if they top 60. To be honest with you, I could see both teams getting into 30s here because neither's going to play defense. They're both going to, especially Seattle doesn't really play much defense. So I expect both teams to really not running the ball. Chris Carson might not run tonight. So Alex Collins, you're going to really trust your running game to him. So I think it's going to be aired out. And you can see a lot of quick drives, and a lot of quick drives end up a lot of times in lots of points. So I'm going to go over the total here in this spot for 20, Sean.
Okay, so over 53.
Yes, and that's a minus 108. And I know that's the sucker's bet, right? The over all the time. But as far as the game is concerned, the number is about 50-50 on the tickets, but it's a little bit more slanted towards that on the money. About 60 cents on the dollar is going over the total. So I'm on the side of the smart money and the masses, so it makes me a smart ass, I guess.
I mean, quite honestly, on division games like that, well, Thursday games, it's a crapshoot with the over and under, and division games, it's the same way. You just never know.
I just think when you look at these two teams, neither one seems to be overly interested in playing a whole lot of defense against the pass. What's up, guys? Drew, what's happening, man? A little bit different picture there. You got the Rays killed me last week against the Yankees, putting up a goose egg. Yeah, they baseball, but hopefully the Rays don't kill you tonight, my friend, and you'll find out why in a minute. So speaking of baseball, Sean, let's go ahead and move on to the one game right now. White Sox here, hometown team, getting smoked. That means the next squad up is the Tampa Bay Rays tonight versus Boston, who won their way in against the Yankees. I took Boston and the plus line. Sean, you I think you stayed away from that game, right?
Yeah, I had the over and it tied. I had over 8. It ended on 8, so didn't really acted like I had no play.
Yeah, well, it is like a no play in essence, right? So tonight you have the Tampa Bay Rays with McClanahan going against Rodriguez, lefty on lefty. It looks to me like the Tampa Bay team is a little better against lefties than Boston is, for sure. Looking at the my models, it says that the Rays win this game about 70% of the time. And the minus 160 number that you see right now for the Rays is, and that can go as low as minus 151. So even at minus 151, it's even a better bet. But at minus 160, it says the implied probability is a 61%. And then as far as the simulator goes, 70% of the time, the Rays win this spot. They have the power ranking advantage and an enormous home away run line advantage. I'm locking in the Tampa Bay Rays at minus 151, Sean.
Okay, and I'm actually going to take it a step further. In all these lines, the line that you had is going up because that was lower earlier, and I'm giving up a run and a half. That was higher earlier, and now that's a little lower. But I'm taking Tampa Bay giving up a run and a half. I think they have the advantage with the pitching matchup here big time, and also Boston just had to play that play-in game. So sometimes when you have to play that play-in game and you're right back to it, it takes a game to get into the series.
So you can get plus 132, it looks like, Sean's the maximum number I can get you at minus a run and a half. I like that play too because this run line differential is enormous in this spot. So I can back that too, but I'll just take the Rays at minus 151. I feel like that's a safer bet. You never know in these baseball games. I've been way too many times I've been there and just watched this, on that one run, I got that 1.5 runs and, the goofy relief pitcher at the end lets up a meaningless home run, and that just kills that 2-run thing. So I got beat up too many times down the stretch with run lines. I'll just stick with the money line.
And from strict memory, I didn't get a chance to research it, but from Tampa Bay's been pretty good at home against Boston this year. They've blown them out a couple times. So I would expect and hope for another one tonight.
Yeah, I feel like I said, they're the much better team here, Sean. There's no question about that. I mean, they were the best team in the American League, right?
Yes,
I think they were. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why they're playing the wild card. Yes.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, they're the best. They're the best squad in baseball, and they've been really, really tough at home. They have excellent pitching, timely hitting. They have all the things that you need to go ahead and win a World Series and a playoff series as well. So Sean's on the run line. I'm on the money line. I think there's value in both. There's great value in the money line, in my opinion. Next up on the board, Sean, we got a couple of NCAA football games tonight. So it's like a smorgasbord of pro sport, not pro sports, but sports to bet on. You have the first game is Houston versus Tulane, if I remember correctly. Got a page down to find it. So here you got like Argentina, Paraguay, Jamaica, USA. So a lot of different things you got to get through here today to find the college football. There it is. The Houston Cougars are a -7 favorite. Sean, they played exceptionally well last week. Was a win for me, but this game, both in terms of total and in terms of spread, is spot on according to my prognosticate, my model. So I can't bet the over, and I can't bet a team here. I got a feeling you're going to take Houston though.
Yes, I'm taking Houston. I expect them to. I mean, they went to Tulsa last week and rolled. Tulsa's probably a little bit better of a team than Tulane. Tulane's really struggled this year. I think Houston's it took them a little bit to get rolling, but they're starting to roll right now. So I'm going to take Houston, giving up the 7.
Well, you can go -6.5 and get -108. So that looks like that line is actually going in Tulane's favor right now.
Yeah, so I'll do that then 6.5. I always feel better about that than touchdown wins it. Although I think they win this by double digits.
Oh, that stupid hook is always a killer, right?
Yeah.
I hate that stupid hook. Well, let's see what we can find about the money here, Sean, where the money is going. Got to scroll through preseason basketball, preseason hockey, all sorts of things that are meaningless tonight, right? So the 82% of the money is on Houston, and 73% of the tickets. So the smart money and the masses. So again, you're a smart ass taking Houston.
Yeah, I mean, Tulane lost to East Carolina last week, 52-29. So I mean, they give up a lot of points. Houston's rolling offensively. They might score 50 tonight.
Yeah, I don't put absolutely any credence in Team A beat Team B and Team B beat C. No, so therefore C gets demolished by A.
No,
it doesn't work like that.
I'm just saying Tulane's defense couldn't even stop East Carolina's offense. Houston's offense is a lot better. So
another line that's curiously moving is the Coastal Carolina line is moving towards, opened up at 20.5. It's down to 20 in a lot of places for Coastal Carolina, Arkansas State. Seems like everybody and their brother must be jumping on Arkansas State. But when I look at the tickets, that's not the case, Sean. Makes me a little worried that 91% of the money is on Coastal Carolina, but the line is moving in Arkansas State's favor. It's like Vegas is saying, come on, give me more. Give me more. Give me more of that. Give me some more of that Coastal Carolina money. Go ahead. Come on. And when Vegas is doing that, it makes me a little nervous.
Yeah, I don't know why they'd be doing that. Coastal Carolina is a team, I mean, they've covered pretty much every game this year, and I would just keep riding a train. They're another one. I'm taking Coastal Carolina here. And this goes with the DraftKings boost. You can get plus 130 if Coastal Carolina scores 50+ tonight.
Ooh, I don't have him scoring 50, Sean. I have him scoring 45.
Well, okay. Well, he scored 50. Massachusetts really not. Louisiana.
Well, I mean, I think I could put 11 guys together and score 50 on.
No, I know. That's what they scored 49 against Kansas too. So they were just short there.
That's not 50. At least not by my math.
52 against Citadel. So they've scored 50.
Okay, Citadel. That's Citadel played Massachusetts, and you took their 11 best guys on both sides of the ball. They probably still lose by 30 to the team I put together.
They've scored 53 of their 5 games, though, and 1 point short in one of them. So they're almost 4 to 5. And Arkansas State just gave up 59 to Georgia Southern, who's more of a running team. And they still put up 59 against Arkansas State. So, and Arkansas State also gave up 50 to Washington, who doesn't have a very good offense. 55 against Memphis, who does have a good offense. So they've given up 53 of 5 games. So it's matching up for Coastal Carolina to score 50 tonight.
They probably will, because I'm not taking this stupid bonus. So you can count on it going over 50 for sure. But I am going to take Coastal Carolina. I do feel like they absolutely smoked this team, and I can't understand why the line is moving against them, even though all the money is on them. So that's kind of like the square sucker play, which scares the hell out of me whenever that happens, Sean.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to take 30 on Coastal Carolina, giving up 20, and then give me $20 on the boost too.
On the boost? All right.
Yeah.
And what's that? 100?
50. Coastal Carolina scores 50 plus tonight.
And what's the
plus 130? Plus 130.
Plus 130. Okay. I mean, I could see that happening, Sean. I think a lot of it's going to depend. I mean, they're going to have to pretty much click the entire game, I feel like, to get over that number.
Yeah, and they're that quarterback, Blake McHale or whatever, I forget his name off the top of my head, but he's been rolling. So
great game last night, Cards and Dodgers. Yeah, excellent game last night. I feel bad for the pitcher who gave up that run, that home run at the end. That's a terrible. That's got to just feel awful to go ahead and do that. I feel like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that always. Well, he's not going to sleep well for a while.
Probably not. I don't think that he will at all. All right, so just to recap your bet, Sean, fire away with what you like tonight.
Okay, so I got the Rams giving up 2, Tampa Bay Rays giving up a 1.5, Houston giving up 6.5 in the college football game, Coastal Carolina giving up 20, and then the DraftKings boost of Coastal Carolina scoring 50 plus at plus 130.
And I'm going to take the Tampa Bay Rays minus 151 against the Boston Red Sox. I'm also going to take Coastal Carolina minus 108 at the at minus 20. Minus 108, minus 20. And then I'm also on the over in the NFL game tonight, which is what, 52 or something like that? 53. And that's the minus 108 as well. Looking tonight at some soccer, you're going to have Mexico versus Canada. These are World Cup qualifying games. So Mexico should beat Canada. If you want to look for a little bit of an upset tonight, I think you could find Panama they're on the road in El Salvador, and playing in those Central American countries is really, really difficult. He says, how about those Jets beating the Titans last week?
Yeah, and they actually look like a football team. And you know what? They play the Falcons in London this Sunday. Might be a good bet.
Yeah, might not be. And then you have the USA against Jamaica at home. The USA needs a win, but a couple of their real top players are out, struggling. So that could be a little bit difficult task for them. I do expect they're going to win, but minus 360 is just way too big of a line. I'd be more inclined to maybe bet the draw there at plus 450. Honduras against Costa Rica. I think Honduras has the edge. Costa Rica's old. Costa Rica's slow. Honduras is young, fast. They got some aggressive kids, and it's a real tough country to play in. Mexico, again, should beat Canada at home, although when they played in the Gold Cup here in the United States, they really struggled with Canada's speed because Canada has some blazers on the outside. I do like Panama at plus 195 on the road. And so if you put together Honduras, Mexico, and Panama in a 3-team parlay, Sean, that adds up to plus 1,025. So if you put a $10 spot on it, you'd end up taking home, I think, about $102.50 or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to put a 10 spot on that parlay right there in the CONCACAF World Cup qualifiers. I could toss the U.S. on there, but like I said, they don't really add a lot of value at plus 360 or minus 360. They're plus 360. Yeah, I would go ahead and I might mortgage the house. But in any case, that's what I like tonight in CONCACAF qualifying World Cup soccer. Any final thoughts, Sean, before we get up and on out of here?
No, I mean, if they want to find us, we will be live tonight on Horse Racing Radar TV at 9:30 p.m. Eastern with special guest Scott Hazelton, who you see on TVG if you guys watch any horse racing at all.
Yes, indeed. And we'll be covering 3 of the biggest races at Keeneland on Saturday, a couple of which are Breeders' Cup qualifiers. I think maybe all 3 of them are. And I think one of them also has Kentucky Derby consequences in the futurity as well. And that's a deep field, a lot of 2-year-olds. None's really a standout. So should be an interesting show. I'm looking forward to getting Scott's insights to what's going to happen today. We know what he's expecting at Keeneland because he covers that track pretty regularly. I agree with you, Sean. That's about it for today. Got a lot to cover tonight: soccer, football, on the pro and a college level, along with the Major League Baseball playoffs continuing down in Tampa. We got a little bit of action across the board. So whatever it is you like, there's something to play tonight. And no matter what you play tonight, Sean, we hope that all of your tickets, of course, Sean, are what?
Winners.
Absolutely. Especially ours. Hey, you guys, I don't know about yours, but anyway, see you in 23-3.